The mere mention of Riyad Moosa's name is enough to get some people in stitches. If you take his wit and charm and add the knee-slapping antics of Vincent Ibrahim, you have a mixture for a winning formula. Our girl Pabi got to sit down with the cast of the new movie, Material.
Has anybody been for a Pakistani head massage? You've never been in the middle of a massage praying for load shedding. At least I know why Pakistanis walk around Slalico.
Material is an Mzansi original, a feel-good movie that will have the entire family walking out of the cinema with a smile. The film celebrates the goodness of South Africa's spirit and also the legacy of Joburg's unique region of Fordsburg. Today we get to meet the cast of this highly anticipated film about one man's dream to become a stand-up comedian. Yeah, tell me, where did the idea for this film come about?
Ronnie Apteker, not only is he an internet entrepreneur, he also has a love for movies and stand-up comedy. At some point, I think I was doing my internship at Natalspruit Hospital in Thokoza. And I was also doing stand-up comedy at the time. And we met at Cool Runnings, Ronnie and I. And Ronnie was like, hey, Rio, it's an interesting story. Muslim doctor comedians. We should develop a script. Just go for it, eh?
So this is a parallel to your life?
The narrative, the storyline is not specifically about my life.
Sure.
However, the conflict that I experience internally with wanting to do stand-up or entertain, while at the same time wanting to be an integral part of my community. A lot of that gets dramatized in the movie. It's something that we grapple with, you know? How do I do the comedy and still remain true to my faith?
Genre-wise, or if you were to give it a description, what would you say it fits in as?
Now, the interesting thing about it is, because in terms of time frame in the movie, there's a full hour of mainly jokes. But the drama becomes so powerful right at the end. So it becomes this dramatic story about Vincent's character. In essence, that's what it does.
It is, yeah.
You just see his journey. And so I think we want him to laugh and cry.
Kasim, played by Riyad Moosa, is a young Muslim man who works in his father's fabric shop in Fordsburg, Johannesburg. In the family tradition, Kasim, as the only son, is expected to take over the family business from his father.
Do I listen to my parents?
All the time. You listen to your parents so much that my parents say, why can't you be more like Kasim? You know how irritating that is?
Exactly. I'm an irritating, compulsive listener.
Moosa plays the lead in the film and is accompanied by Vincent Ibrahim, who you might recognize from the Brit talk show The Kumars at number 42. He's also the brother of famous SA actress Vinette Ibrahim and came all the way from London to take on the role of Riyad's disapproving father. Tell us about your character.
He's a man, certainly, who is quite a traditional, conservative, quite devout Muslim. I think for Ibrahim, it's a really painful journey to discover that his son is no longer an appendage, that his son's someone in his own right.
Wow.
You know, pretty painful.
Yeah.
His stand is a principled stand, but the danger is that he's cutting off his nose to spite his face.
Absolutely. What about working with Riyad? This was his very first starring role from being a comedian professionally. How do you think he did?
It's obvious that his skill as a comedian and a performer gives him an entree into working with the camera. He learned the techniques very rapidly.
Oh, dude, I speak to women all the time in the shop. All the time they love me, but aunties. You speak to aunties. You know the auntie code. You don't know the woman code.
And of course, the film wouldn't be complete without a gorgeous love interest in the form of the beautiful Karishma Baste. Tell me about the production process. When was it all filmed and how long did it take?
So we shot in Fordsburg mainly, and it was over a month, and it was just the most amazing experience.
Fordsburg is a bustling, awesome place with the colors and the smells. Would you say it played kind of a character in the film?
Most definitely. I think it was such a big part of the film and a big part of, the culture it brought and the colors and, the vibrant atmosphere to the film.
So what was it like working with Riyad?
Well, he's such a nice guy, so professional and absolutely easy to work with. and a laugh a minute. We had so much fun on set.
So who should go and see Material?
Everyone. I know it's built around a Muslim culture and community, but I think everyone can relate to the story.
You get people coming up to me going, and you just realize the Muslims are people like everyone else. And the father's just like my father. And I identified with it so much.
It's a view of South Africa that will perhaps neutralize those dark headlines that keep screaming in at one.
And I hope it grows legs and travels all around the world, because I think the whole world can enjoy this movie. So that's my hope for the movie.
It's an original South African story that tugs at your heartstrings. You will be smiling as you leave the movie house. And that's The Material, where the good life is made from.